The Ohio Department of Agriculture and the Ohio Department of Natural Resources announced earlier this year the discovery of a hemlock killing pest in Washington County. The hemlock woolly Adelgid is a small aphid-like insect native to Asia that threatens the health of eastern and Carolina hemlock in the eastern United States. The invasive species forester from ODNR is here to tell us about a program being held next week about how to prepare for the Adelgid. Stephanie Downs joins us now in our studio. Thanks for being here this evening.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Now, you're having a program next week in Hocking County to talk about the hemlock woolly Adelgid. Why and what needs to be talked about?
We're holding this program in Hocking County mainly because Hocking County is one of the counties in Ohio with the largest number of hemlocks in it. Hemlock isn't a common species throughout the state, but where it does occur, it's an important ecological and economic species because usually it's areas of high tourism. And hemlock is important because it affects water quality in a lot of areas that are very steep and rocky where there's not much soil to filter the water.
So people should be concentrating on the water quality factor.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest issues that we see with hemlock woolly Adelgid when it kills off hemlocks in other areas of the country.
Okay, now what is the woolly Adelgid and what's all the fuss about it?
Well, it's an insect that's native to Asia, and so it's not native to the United States. And when it comes into areas with hemlock, you see widespread mortality of these trees. And so areas such as Virginia and North Carolina, where it's been established for many years, most of the hemlocks in those areas have been killed by the species. And so we're hoping that this program will introduce this insect as well as provide information on how people in Hocking County and surrounding areas can plan for the Adelgid and start looking at their trees in a different light.
Now we have some pictures of the Adelgid here. If you could just tell us a little bit about the ones that we have.
Yeah, the white kind of balls that you see on the underside of the needles of these hemlocks is the Adelgid. During the winter and spring months, mainly from November until early May, the insect forms this white woolly covering. And this is when you're going to be able to see the insect on the tree. And so if you have hemlocks, now until the beginning of May is a great time to go out and look at it and just see if it's here. And hopefully you don't find it on your trees, but if you do, it's a great time to contact either ourselves at the Ohio Department of Natural Resources or the Department of Agriculture to start looking at how to deal with this pest.
And you guys will come out and take care of that then?
We can come out and look at it and give you advice on how to treat it, yes.
Okay, now your meeting is at 7 p.m. on Thursday at the Old Dutch Restaurant in Logan, and we'll include a speaker from the Great Smoky Mountains Natural Park. So will this person have some special insight on how to deal with the problem?
Yes, we're actually very thankful. Jesse Webster with the Great Smoky Mountains has agreed to come up and talk. He's a forester with the park who actively deals with hemlock woolly Adelgid. So he's the one out doing treatments on trees there, deciding which trees need to be treated, which trees are in an area where they're not necessarily as important to save, or working with biological controls, releasing beetles that feed on the Adelgid.
Now, are there going to be other programs held elsewhere in Southeast Ohio?
We're looking at planning some programs for Washington County, mainly in the Marietta and Belpre area where the Adelgid has been found this year.
Okay, well thank you, Ms. Downs, and thanks again for stopping by.
Thank you.